All right, we are talking about the ASICS Superblast 2. This is a shoe I saw on Instagram floating around. I know a lot of people were talking about it, Trey, and honestly, I needed to get this on my feet. Thank you, Philadelphia Runner, for hooking your boy up. I know this shoe's kind of sparse right now. ASICS is kind of sold out. Running Warehouse is still kind of like the pre-orders. So to get this out already, I really appreciate it. Now in today's video, I'm going to make it pretty simple. I'm going to talk about some of the specs of this shoe, and then I'm going to dive into my first thoughts. I've had this shoe for a week now, so not that long, but I've run in about 10, 11 miles, and I really want to just share those experiences with you because I know a lot of you are thinking about buying the shoe, and should you buy the shoe? It's $200, so this is definitely a lot of information you need before you buy the shoe. Now before I do me one thing. Hit the like button and smash the subscribe button. You know you want to. It costs you absolutely nothing, but it helps the channel. Now sit back, relax, and let's talk about the ASICS Superblast 2. To start this video off, I'm just going to kick around some of the specs and some of the information you should know about the shoe. This shoe is a super trainer, but it does not have a plate in it. So I'm still a little confused about what we categorize as a super trainer. I'm thinking it's more the stack. This is a 8mm drop shoe. We are looking at 45 in the heel, and we're looking at about 37 in the forefront. That is a whole lot of shoe right here. And we are using the Flight Foam Blast Plus foam in here, as well as a combination with another foam. And it really just gives a lot of comfortable, cushiony kind of midsole right here. This upper, really nice. You're looking at a mesh upper, very breathable with a very nice kind of plush, very similar to the Nova Blast kind of upper. This shoe in my size is about 9 ounces, which for a shoe with this much stack, whew, that is not a lot. This shoe's also going to cost you $200, which whew, is a lot of money, but it is one of those things. Super trainers just seem to be in that category, and oddly enough, for $200, this is one of the cheaper super trainers. I know, sounds crazy saying that, but it really is. Again, you get a lot for that $200. You get a lot of stack, and you get a lot of shoe for a shoe that can probably fit in multiple categories. Your daily trainer, and your long run shoe, as well as a long run shoe where you want to throw in some progression. I don't know if I do speed work in this shoe necessarily, but if you're going for like a 16-mile run and you want to throw some paces in there, yeah, I think this updated foam probably does the trick. Again, this is the tech specs of it, and really just gives you a lot of things to like about this shoe. For $200, you get a lot. Now, I know y'all didn't click the video just to get the tech specs. You probably were interested, but you want to know, what does it feel like to run in this shoe? And whew, it is money. I'm not lying with you, and I'm not exaggerating. This shoe feels fantastic. The foam that they have in this shoe, it's a lot. It's freaking comfortable. I'm talking with you, it's like walking on polos in a good way. It feels really comfortable underfoot, and that's just really nice. I also found this foam to be super responsive. I'm talking about comfortable but responsive all in one. I took this out my first run for about 5 miles, give or take. I wanted to kind of go around 8:39. It's hot. I really don't want to push the pace. I'm not training for anything. And I looked at my watch, and I felt like I was just casually running. I was in the 7s. I was in the low 7s. This shoe just wants to push you forward. It does feel good at slower paces, but man, you can definitely pick this up. It's definitely a sneaky shoe for how fast it is. Again, for a lot of foam, the other thing I want to point out is it's pretty darn stable. I was a little worried about that. With some of these higher stack shoes, I don't have the best ankles. I'm getting better with a lot of the PT that I'm doing, but I still don't have the best ankles. But I will say one thing, it's definitely a very stable shoe. So if you're worried about that, when you heard 45mm and your eyes glossed over and you got worried about your ankles, don't be, because I've been running this for about like 11-ish miles, no issues at all. And I've been running on some rail trails as well as roads. No issues at all. The other thing I really like about this shoe is the upper. It is stinking hot in Pennsylvania right now. Today, when I'm making this video, it's 96, and I think later in the week it's going to be 97. But it's been in the 90s a lot where I'm at right now, and I'm able to run in this shoe, and I'm not dying. What I mean by that is my feet aren't sweating. I'm not getting blisters. I feel very comfortable. The materials they're using are really nice on this. No issues at all. I'm having a great lockdown in this shoe. I'm telling you, I tie it up and I forget it. It's on. I also think if you've tried the Nova Blast, the collar is very similar to that. Great lockdown in. The upper, I would say, is very similar to that as well. Great lockdown. The tongue is very minimal. You have the pads where you want to, and it's very... You can see purse right there. Again, very nice upper. The combination of a great upper and a great midsole. Overall, this shoe has been a freaking delight. I've just been loving it. You know you have a shoe you like a hit when you keep grabbing for it. I have maybe 10 shoes I need to be testing right now, and I just keep grabbing this one, which always tells me you're on to something. So again, the ASICS Superblast 2. This is just kind of like the first looks, my first thoughts. This is not my full review. You definitely want to stick around for that, because that definitely will be hitting the channel. I got my 1-minute shoe review, as well as probably a deep dive to give you all the good, the bad, and my verdict overall for this shoe. Now, have you tried this shoe yet? Let me know. Comment below. And remember, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching this channel.